Well, we focus on trying to generate the best risk-adjusted returns for our investors. Today we're presenting the unconstrained bond strategy called Global Income. And that's really driven by three differentiators. We've got a 6-month investment horizon. We've got multiple levers to pull. And we have a completely unbiased approach to generating returns. And we combine that with a very strong investment team with tremendous resources on the research side in particular. And that allows us to generate risk-adjusted returns for our investors that are very strong versus our peer group and versus the benchmark. Well, I think the real value of unconstrained bond investing comes from the fact that it allows you to source alpha in many different parts of the fixed income markets. I mean, we've got teams that cover Europe, that cover the US, that cover government bond markets, investment grade, high yield, emerging markets, securitized sectors. And within all of those sectors, we've got multiple levers to pull. We'll generate value from security selection, sector rotation, geographical allocation, currency allocation, but also interest rate duration and curve positioning. And I think to have that flexibility in fixed income allows an investors to exploit the inefficiencies and the complexity in fixed income markets and allow you to add value and to create alpha versus benchmarks. Yeah, we have a 6-month investment horizon when we make investment decisions. And at the moment, using that framework, we've positioned the portfolio with a slightly defensive slant. And we've taken up our interest rate duration exposure to 4.1 years, reflecting the fact that interest rates have gone up, real yields have gone up. There's also some macroeconomic and geopolitical instability. And we've sort of continued that theme of being positioned defensively by reducing our more credit spread intensive products, such as US high yield, European high yield. They're towards the lower end of the allocation range that we've historically been playing at. And where we have been overweight then, and where we like to take exposure at the moment, is in the higher quality segments of the market. For example, US government-backed mortgage issuers such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And that gives you basically US risk, AA rated risk with very little credit spread risk. So we aim to generate the best risk-adjusted returns for our investors. We want to maximize returns, manage risk, minimize drawdowns. And we do that using an investment process that really has three key differentiators. Firstly, we have a 6-month investment horizon. That doesn't mean a 6-month holding period, but it means that we make decisions about the portfolio, about the outlook with a 6-month time frame, and that allows us to be nimble, flexible, and tactical. We also have multiple levers to pull. We play in many different parts of the fixed income markets on both sides of the Atlantic, investment grade, high yield, government bonds, securitized and emerging market debt. And then thirdly, we have a completely unbiased approach to those sectors. And what that means is we want the alpha that we create to come from all those sectors, from a diversified set of return drivers, because we believe that will ultimately allow us to generate investment performance, risk-adjusted investment performance for our investors in a broader range of macroeconomic scenarios.